Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this.
Creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
22. On second down, here's Keenum. And this will be incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Keenum. Steps away to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. Able to slither by. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And with 9 minutes of time out there.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Very left.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Let's go. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And it's called in by Austin Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the shotgun, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to air one out. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Keenum to throw on 3rd and 1. And Tate's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Throwing on first down is Keenum. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He finds an opening past the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Down.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Coming left, it's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses. and how complicated that is? Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Matthews, the intended target. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Denver right after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run here with Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline, talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third and long, it's Keenum. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he shifts past him. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the gun, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something out there. There got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a first down throw. Keenum. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Keenum going to throw on 3rd and 1. He completes it to Tate. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. Yes, they did.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Keenum. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Keenum. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tech McKinley in there for the sack. And he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? Come on. What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Let's go. Hey, Tuesday. Right. Hey, right ass. Let go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, let's go.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Going up, that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Keenum now on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Now Keenum. Flushed out right. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate it. Of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
20.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Marshall coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They run. Devontae Freeman finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word. I just kept using it.
Now it's Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Freeman again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 2, Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Tech McKinley in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Keenum got to have this one. Powers through. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, Give them a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Let's go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. Oh, now he bowls him over. Again, he finds an opening. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. Oh, look at the juke. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter down in Arizona. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. High throw, but the catch is made. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Keenum now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Nope. Good game.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.